how to deploy a web server Apache HTTPD virtualhost on RedHat-like system with Ansible. I'm going to show you a live demo with some simple Ansible code. This demo is quick and dirty, but you can find out the basic of Ansible automation technology that you could use in your system administrator every day. I'm Luca Burton and welcome to today's episode of Ansible Pilot. Today we are talking about how to deploy a web server Apache HTTPD on RedHat-like Linux system. The full process requires 6 steps that you could automate with different Ansible modules. Firstly, you need to install the HTTPD package and dependency using the ansible.builtin.yum Ansible module. Secondly, you need to create the document root with the right permission with the ansible.builtin.file module. Firstly, you need to create the custom index.html with ansible.builtin.copy Ansible module. You could upgrade this step using the template module. Fourthly, you need to set up Apache configuration for the specific virtualhost using the Ansible built-in template module. And fifthly, you need to start the HTTPD service and enable it on boot with all the dependent service using the Ansible built-in service Ansible module. And lastly, you need to open the relevant firewall service related port using the ansible.posix firewalld Ansible module. And that's all. Only 6 steps to enable you HTTPD Apache web server with virtualhost. Sounds so complicated? Let's deep dive on code in a small demo about how to deploy a web server Apache HTTPD on RedHat-like system with Ansible playbook. Are you ready? Let's have fun! Welcome to my editor. I will explain line by line a simple Ansible playbook for this Apache virtualhost on Red Hat system. First of all, let's begin our play with a name setup web server with vhost that is going to be executed against host all of my inventory. I need a root privilege, so let me set become to true and let me define some useful variable. For example, the app_user is the username of the directory that we are going to create under Apache user, http_host example.com, http:/conf is the name of a configuration file, so example.com.conf, and the listening port http_port 80 is the default. And now, drumroll, we are going to show to code the 6 different steps to activate our web server. First of all, let's start with installing the required packages, HTTPD in this case, using Ansible built-in yum that is going to interact with yum package manager of our distribution. The name of the package is HTTPD and the version is the latest because we all want the latest installed. Second step is to create a document root using Ansible built-in file module. Let me specify the target path and /var/www. Then I would like to use the same name of vhost, so http_host. The state will be directory, and let me add also some useful parameter. The owner is the app_user, the username of this directory. You can customize if you have a special need. The mode will be 755, so you can enter in the directory and read and write by the owner and only read and enter by the other one. Let me specify this is C Linux special property for Apache, so this is exactly the C Linux httpd syscontent t, that is the mode of a file under this directory. Let me create a simple custom index.html. I'm going to paste straight away under the var www, then the name of a vhost, so let me use http host/index.html. I would like to paste very simple content, so let me start with a custom web page. This is very simple content. You can upgrade to template module if you have a specific need, or you can paste all the HTML here. Let me also set up the Apache vhost. This is the configuration of Apache, and I prefer to use the module template. I would like to use the same template that I was using for other Linux systems, so under templates apache.conf.j2. The destination will be under the etc directory, specifically httpd, and I'm going to paste this and conf.d directory. This is a special directory that is going to append the configuration to my Apache file. Let me specify http_conf file. We are at step number 4, so last two are missing, so let me specify httpd service enable, because we all want this service to be enabled. I'm going to use Ansible built-in service for this scope. The name will be httpd, and let me specify also enabled to true, which means that the service will be started on boot. The state will be started, so which means service is listening for any connection. Last thing is to open finally the firewall port using ansible.posix firewall_d. Let me specify service name httpd. HTTP. The state will be enabled. What else? Immediate, because we would like to start right here, right now. And what else? Permanent, which means persistent on boot. Here we go. In less than 50 lines of Ansible code, we are ready to start up an Apache web server with virtualhost on RedHat-like system. We specified also some useful and convenient variable that you can customize with your need. I was strictly to example.com domain, installing the package, setting up the document root, customizing the index page, set up the configuration of Apache, enable the service, and open the firewall. Now last things is to create the template, and then we are ready to have fun. In my editor, let me move to the template section. Okay, let me double check the file name apache.conf j2. I already prepared an empty file with this name, and let's have fun. This is Apache syntax, so nothing related to Ansible. So it's a kind of XML. So let's start with a tag, virtualhost, star, and then HTTP port. Let me also close the virtualhost tag so I will not forget, and then let me specify some property. Server admin is webmaster at localhost. This is pretty standard. You can customize based on your domain. What else? Server name will be the name where an Apache is listening for connection, so http_host. Let me add also server alias www.servername http_host. Another things that will be useful is to set up the log messages, starting with error log. Let me specify apache_log variable. So this is the standard log directory, and under this /error.log also custom log, same as before. Let me use the apache_log variable, and access.log is the standard file on combined way. Here we go, one simple template. By the way, we could apply this template also to our Linux distribution. So it's great if you want uniformity on our fleet. Probably you are curious, so let's move on to the terminal. Wait a minute, let me fix it out. One thing that is very specific to Red Hat. We can't use apache_log variable, so you need to specify var log httpd directly. And here we go. Now we can move to console. Welcome to my terminal. First of all, let me connect to my demo virtual machine to show you the status of the machine. Let me switch to root so we can have access to all files. This is, let me cut etc OS release. This is Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8.5 latest release. With DNF list httpd, we are going to list the available packages about httpd Apache web server. DNF is updating the metadata, and we have a result. Version 2.4.37 is available but not installed. Double check with rpm-qe pipe grep httpd no result, which means Apache doesn't exist on this machine. Let me verify also the configuration file, and etc httpd confd example.com.conf doesn't exist. Double check document root and /var/www.example.com. Here we go. Specifically file index.html doesn't exist. Yay! But all the full directory doesn't exist, so no document root. Double check the service with system control status. Service name is httpd. Here we go. Doesn't exist. Last check is the firewall. Firewall and -cmd --list -all as only cockpit, DHCP client and SSH enabled on this machine. So this is a clean machine, no sign of Apache web server. And let me execute Ansible-playbook. Let me specify my inventory file, in my case only the demo machine, and the code is The playbook code is stored under services, HTTPD, RedHat vhost, and ready for the fun. And now the fun began. Ansible is going to execute step by step all the code that we typed together, starting from installing HTTPD service. This is taking care of downloading the packages, installing all the relevant and needed dependency on our system, and then performing all the other 6 steps. This is the most impactful and takes some time, depends on network speed and workstation performances. Here we go, we have a 6 step completed, creating document root, custom index, HTML, set up virtualhost, configuration, and enable the service and open the firewall. Everything seems completed and changed means some operations were performed on the target machine. If we execute again the same Ansible playbook, this time is only a verification mode, so we are going to expect only OK status and no action performed. This property is called idempotency of the Ansible modules. We could verify that everything is correct connecting via SSH. I'm using DevOps, my username at demoexample.com. Let me switch to root with sudo su and start the verification. First of all, let's start with HTTPD packages installed. Cool. Another way is using RPM utility -QE that is going to list all the packages that start with HTTPD and is installed as well. 2.4.37. Let me verify also the configuration of the virtual host. Everything is in order. Notice that Ansible substitute the site name with the correct one we specified as a variable. Document root and specifically custom index HTML is in place. Let me list the content of a document root, only index HTML with the right CLinux context. Here we go, as the right one to be executed by HTTPD web service. System control status is going to verify the status of the service is active, is enabled on boot, so everything is in order. Firewall command list all now has HTTPD service apart from the previous SSH and cockpit and DHCP client. So, good job Ansible, our server is up and running. But let's double check on our browser. Finally, let me show you in my browser the expected result. www.example.com. Yay! Great success! We have a custom... Oh, there is a typo. I will fix it out. There is a custom web page running on my server. Yay! Good job, Ansible. Now you know how to deploy a web server Apache HTTPD virtualhost on RedHat-like system with Ansible. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, write me a comment, and in general, keep in touch to see the next IT adventure of Ansible Pilot. This video is part of our Ansible automation program. Sign up today on www.ansiblepilot.com for uninterrupted exclusive video and so much fun.